You know that pill in your medicine cabinet? Well, there's a pretty good chance it started its life halfway around the world. Today, we're going to unpack the incredible and super complex journey a medicine takes from a factory in India all the way to a pharmacy shelf right in your neighborhood.
So, how in the world does that actually happen? Well, let's dive in. We're going to follow the epic quest of one single pill as it tries to navigate this global maze of rules and regulations. And trust me, this isn't just about shipping and logistics. It's a high-stakes game of science, global standards, and serious strategy.
Okay, first things first. Why would any company choose to take on this absolutely massive and very expensive challenge? The answer, as you'll see, is about a lot more than just profits. It has huge implications for public health all around the globe.
Right, so it's not just about selling to more people. Getting a drug approved globally, well, that's like earning a badge of honor. It proves you meet the absolute highest standards, like something called Good Manufacturing Practices, or GMP, which are the essential rules for quality control. It's really a signal to the whole world that your company is a trusted player in protecting public health.
Now, before our little pill can even think about packing its bags, it has to get past the world's toughest bouncers. See, every country has its own powerful regulatory agency, and these are the gatekeepers who decide who gets in and who stays out.
And here they are, the real heavy hitters. You're looking at the powerful guardians of global medicine. Getting a stamp of approval from the US FDA or the European Medicines Agency isn't just a permit to sell. It's like winning an Olympic gold medal. That approval carries so much weight and is respected by regulators all over the world.
But here's a really key detail. The journey is not the same for every destination. The world is kind of divided into different regulatory zones. If you're trying to enter a regulated market like the USA, you need a literal mountain of data. But for an emerging market, the process might be a bit more streamlined. So the strategy really depends on where you're trying to go.
So how do you even begin to deal with all these different gatekeepers, who each speak their own regulatory language? I mean, you can't create a totally custom application for every single country. That'd be chaos. You need a universal passport, one single standardized document that tells the drug's entire life story in a way everyone can understand.
And this is it, the Common Technical Document, or CTD. It was a truly revolutionary idea to create one single, logical format for a drug's application that all the major regulators agreed to accept. It was an absolute game changer.
The structure is just brilliant. It's basically the drug's biography, told in 5 logical chapters. You start with Module 1, which is like the cover page with all the admin info. Then, Module 2 gives you the executive summary. After that, you dive deep into the science, what it's made of, how it behaved in lab and animal studies, and then, the most critical chapter of all, how it performed in human clinical trials.
And of course, in the 21st century, this passport is electronic. We call it the eCTD. Just imagine a regulator being able to instantly search and cross-reference thousands of pages of data with just a few clicks. It makes the entire review process so much faster and way more efficient.
Okay, so with its eCTD passport ready to go, our drug is now prepared to face the real trials. This is what we call the regulatory gauntlet. It's the intense scrutiny it has to survive to prove to the world that it is high quality, safe, and effective.
The journey kicks off with something like a letter of recommendation from home. The Certificate of Pharmaceutical Product, or COPP, is issued by India's own regulatory body. It's their official statement that basically says, hey, we've checked this product, it meets our standards, and we approve it for manufacture here.
Next up, the secret recipe book. The Drug Master File, or DMF, is this highly confidential dossier that gets sent directly to the regulators. It contains the company's crown jewels, the exact secret process for making the drug. This way, the regulator can see absolutely everything, but the company doesn't have to reveal its trade secrets to its competitors. Pretty clever, right?
So all these documents come together in this meticulously planned registration path. It all starts with strategy, choosing your target market. Then comes the enormous job of preparing the dossier. After submission, it enters this long, tense review period. Regulators will always have questions, and every single one has to be answered perfectly before you get that final, coveted approval.
And finally, success. Our little pill has made it through. It's received marketing authorization. But the work is far from over. In fact, in a lot of ways, a new and even longer journey is just getting started. You see, getting approval isn't crossing a finish line. It's more like a lifelong marriage. The company is now responsible for monitoring that drug forever. Every tiny manufacturing change,
every new side effect that's reported. All of that safety data has to be reported back to the regulators. The job is never, ever truly done.
So the next time you pick up a prescription, you'll know about the incredible global gauntlet it had to run to get into your hands. This entire system, from the factory to the pharmacy, is built on this really delicate web of data, standards, and ultimately trust, which of course leads to one final and really critical question. What happens when that trust is broken?